Hello everybody, thanks for joining us. My name is Andrew and today we're going to be talking about the MX84 4-zone rack mount mixer. In addition, we're going to talk about the accessories available to use with it, the paging microphone and wall plate. So let's go over the MX84. This unit is 2U rack mount mixer, 2 rack units in your rack. It has 4 independent output zones. We'll talk about that a little bit more in detail, but you can create 4 zones playing different audio. There's 8 total input channels, and it's designed for commercial installations of all kinds, whether you have a restaurant where you need multi-zone or a potential building for paging to different areas and things like that. So let's talk about the inputs just a little bit. We're gonna talk about channel 1 through 4 first. You do have mic inputs and line inputs available. For those first 4, you have 3 band EQ, which is pretty nice if you need to dial in your mics. It does have phantom power available, and then channel 1 is a priority ducking. So if you need that function where it'll override other inputs, then that's a great option to use there. Channel 5 through 8, these are all line level inputs. So you have a lot of flexibility there, a lot of inputs available. Let's talk about the zone featuring. Any input can be directed to any output. So let's go back to the zones. You have 4 zones, 4 independent outputs available. So you can create 4 independent areas. Any input can be sent to any output. You can send multiple inputs to multiple outputs. There is 2 band EQ per zone, so that's nice. You have zone muting, and you have dedicated volume control for that zone from the front of this unit. It is analog, so those adjustments will be made from the front of this mixer. There are protection indicator lights as well. Make sure that your equipment's running smoothly and you don't have any issues, but it'll kind of alert you if there are. Let's talk about zone assignment. So each channel, like I said, is assignable to any zone. Simply zone select using the buttons on the front. So you'll notice that they're labeled very nicely on the back and on the front. So if I'm using channel 1, then it'll be labeled channel 1 on the front. There are 4 buttons indicating the 4 zones. So let's say I'm going into channel 1. If I want to send something to a zone, all I have to do is press a button. I can send it to multiple zones or just one at a time. So it's really nice, really easy to use, not confusing at all. So that's a really nice feature of being able to select it from the front. Let's talk about the accessories a little bit. So we're gonna talk about the paging mic and then this wall plate. This is a unique unit that only works and functions with the MX84. It operates through an RJ45 connection. It is a push-to-talk gooseneck mic. It is labeled very nicely, zone 1 through 4. And then you have all zones. So in the event you wanna do an all-call page, you can press that button. Or if I just wanna select zone 1, or if I just wanna select zone 1 and 3, then I have the flexibility to do that. There's a chime function as well, so that's nice if you want to get people's attention before you make an announcement. So it's a really handy piece of equipment. One thing to note, you can only have 1 of these microphones on this mixer at a time. You can't have more than 1, unfortunately. It's a great option though if you have somebody at the front desk or if there's a dedicated location where these announcements are going to be made. You can still add more microphones to the system, but then you would just route it to the appropriate zone via the front interface. Let's talk about the wall plate a little bit. The wall plate is called the MX8 WP, meaning wall plate. It has an XLR input and a dual RCA input available. You can have 1 wall plate per zone. So let's say I have a restaurant and my main seating area is on 1 zone and I have an outdoor zone, and then maybe I have a private party room. It might be a good idea to have a wall plate dedicated for that zone in case they wanted to play their own music. In that case, you would power the wall plate on and then have a microphone input and a dual RCA input to use for that zone only, which is really awesome. But let's say I am sending a different audio source to that same zone. If this wall plate is not engaged, that input will be played in that zone. But if I engage the wall plate, the inputs that are being sent to that zone are no longer going to be present. So that's pretty cool. If you want to give some flexibility to a room, or if you just need local volume control, this will control the volume for that zone as well. So it's a pretty cool feature. So that's kind of a really high level overview of the MX84 itself, the paging microphone that's available, and the wall plate. Hopefully this was helpful. I know it's a lot of information, but if it was helpful, please like and subscribe. Let us know if you have any questions. Drop a comment below if there's anything that wasn't clear. And if you think that this might be a good fit for your space, let us know and we'll be happy to help you integrate it with your space. So thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you guys next time.